Welcome to another week on Your View. I am Muriah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my co-host. Hi, ladies.
Good morning.
Hi, Jimmy. How was your weekend?
My weekend was quite okay. I had a restful weekend. I went shopping.
Oh, your shoes. Cute.
Oh, was it this
Are they
weekend?
new?
I got the shoes. The shoes are new, but not this weekend.
Okay.
Not this weekend.
Cool.
But I had a restful weekend.
That's nice.
Look like cotton.
Yeah, I really like your hair. This length is so,
Thank you.
so nice on you.
I'm getting used to it.
Can
but
imagine.
It's
Can't
taking.
imagine actually.
Hi, Dean Tokwe. How was your weekend?
Very interesting. Very busy. So, I was complaining to Jumoke. I think it was on Thursday we had a discussion about how I needed to clear my schedule to find time for God. And as I was going back home, I got home and checked my phone and I saw the trending Hallelujah Hour thing. And I felt, maybe this is just what I need. It's just, let me not try and say I'm trying to find, let me make this happen. And it was a revolution. It's been a blessing, you know. Praying has been a blessing. And the way God, you know, people say that you receive phone call. Muriah, Friday morning, 2 people called me before 10 o'clock. I've been trying your number, Tokwe. I had to go back to your proposal to see the other number because the one that I had wasn't going through. And I felt God answers prayers. And I'm so grateful. Even TVC Isaiah to officially be a media support for the sexually confident woman.
Yay.
Thank you, TVC. You know,
So hopefully we should be running your promo very soon.
Hey.
I'm
We
truly
should run a promo on Your View because we need to be part of this. It's a good cause, and I think we need to support. A lot of women need this lesson, this seminar. So let me come to you, Auntie. How you doing? Your son just came back from Ghana with gifts for you.
Yes, so he came with good tidings. My son made
immediate.
He made an
Aussie. Whoa.
Then he made balfour for his daddy.
Wow.
He made shirt for his brother. He made C for himself. Those are our companies, our various companies. No, but I'm happy, and this weekend has been an amazing weekend. I've been eating healthy. And I rested.
Great.
Yes, I actually rested very
Don't mind
well.
the naysayers. You look amazing.
Thank you.
I
I think
rested. I
we have-
rested well this weekend, so hopefully it's gonna be a good week. How you
Well,
doing,
just like
Mariah?
I'm doing great, and just like
I
Tokwe said,
wanted to yab you.
why?
Your pot matter that you posted on Facebook.
I didn't know that they was going to get to that kind of conversation.
Can you just
Over-
Did you
employ
delete
a
it?
no
delete it.
she needs to have a chef. Chef don't put pots in the fridge.
Well,
When I saw all the comments,
The
you
new
know,
pot.
not the one I just got this ones. When I got all the hey, Jesus, just because I made one small comment on this, I just vented though.
But people
You see
feel
all
they
the
wanted to
comments.
connect with you.
I was like, goodness, I was like, next time I won't talk again. I'll just keep my mouth shut. So I won't be venting
When
on
I saw
Facebook.
the amount of comments, I realized, no, don't even bother.
Don't even
going
bother.
there. Because you then made another salient comment, and there weren't as many comments on that about the kidnapped
kidnapped
children.
children, free-
We didn't see
freedom.
as many comments.
Well,
So
the pot
people
matter.
just want to get distracted from the reality of things.
you.
We
Alright.
must thank Mommy Akabasho for
Yes, sir.
our earrings.
So
I'm not
I'm-
wearing mine.
I'm all blamed out. Please, you must capture. I'm waiting. This
We have
and
to go.
this.
Today is June 12th. It's in the paper, so we're going to celebrate. June 12th is the date I set aside to honor the winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, the late Chief Moshood Kashimao Alawali Abiola. It's in the paper, so we'll discuss it further. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. We'll start with the punch. High interest rates. CBN banks, man. Others to appear before Senate panel on Tuesday. Picture here of a house in our backyard here. I collect ransom in dollars, says Evans, Lagos notorious kidnapper. Rivers safer than Lagos, Kano. Others, says Wike. 7 killed, 11 injured in Abuja tanker inferno. Alleged $43 million fraud. Appeal court clears EFCC to prosecute Uber. June 12, a history we can't forget, says Tinubu Atiku. And the Southwest states declare holiday to honor MK Abiola. Imo Bank robbery, Punch. Others launch GoFundMe appeal for Hero Cup. Indigenous oil firms battle for survival over 4.9 trillion debts, and $500,000 bribe. Prosecution kicks as CJ transfers Farouk Lawan's case.
It saddened me to realize that Nigerians on social media were asking the Punch newspaper to open a GoFundMe account for the family of Sergeant Chukwudi Iboko, the policeman who we saw in the video that went viral of the armed robbery attack in Owerri. He sustained injuries and died in the hospital the day after. But this happened in February, where in June he was buried, and one of his children, he left 8 children and a wife, slumped at his burial and died. And his wife said that the police and Nigerian police and the bank, Zenith Bank, abandoned them. Right. So Nigerians are now saying, please open a GoFundMe account so that we can make sure that the 7 children left go to school. Someone was saying that, would it be too much for Zenith to open an account for the woman, give her an ATM card and be putting 70,000 naira in it every month for her?
Can I even say salary for life?
For life.
Yes,
for life, 70,000 naira just to keep her.
Can I also say scholarship for life, at least to the point where they say, okay, they don't want to go to school anymore? Because you see, people that serve in the armed forces,
we need to encourage them.
I mean, this is a rare breed, because we see a lot of people run away. Because I've seen robberies, for instance, the robbers come and the people just run and they leave, they run away. But somebody that is heroic like
that Zenith Bank is probably going to do something about it.
We're only talking about this because the video went viral. And there are many others that have lost their life in service heroically and they are not remembered. So we should make it the standard. Okay, but I want to take the story of the Inferno. 7 people died in Abuja. Aya Expressway, there was a tanker lost control, and 3 women, adult women and 4 children, all gone. We can prevent these things.
Yeah, we've been saying this very well.
We can prevent these things.
It's almost like normal in Lagos.
Like a broken record.
Yeah, we talk about it in Lagos a lot of time, but it's unfortunate that it happened in Abuja this time. Moving on very quickly to The Nation. My crime exploits by kidnapped Kingpin Evans. Picture here again of his house. And inside his living room. Very, very nice. I have people heading different sections. There are 2 gangs that work for me in every operation. It's not all of them all the time that I follow them to the job. Most times I control them on phone. The 2 gangs don't know themselves, and neither of them know my house. Masop insists Igbo should leave north. Bureau de Change operators advise CBN on Naira. June 12 is the mother of May 29, says Tinubu. What has changed? Holiday in Southwest States. APC committee okays Adeleke's brother for Senate. And Babayaro, Akpeyi should take blame for goals. We'll talk about the Evans a bit later. Let's take June 12.
I want to quickly take June 12, where former senator, former governor of Lagos State, Ahmed Tinubu, was saying, and I quote, "One enduring truth that June 12 demonstrated is that given inspirational, visionary, and sincere leadership, Nigerians can rise above divisive, primordial sentiments to demonstrate high patriotism and a belief in merit in their voting patterns." I
think this is the first time all the states in Southwest have actually agreed to make it a public holiday. But it wasn't really officially announced. We're just hearing
Tinubu,
it.
in his statement, while many other politicians were talking about June 12, said that June 12 is the mother of May 29. We wouldn't have a May 29 without June 12. Abiola, then the aspirant who won, the annual elections, stayed and could have run away. He stayed the course. He remained and said, "I'd rather die honorably, doing what is right
than exile." Okay.
We hope that our politicians can follow his leadership.
The thing is, it's sad because what we had then was one voice, regardless of who.
Culture, religion,
everything was one, which is what he's saying. But now we don't have that, so I don't know whether the politicians,
because then would was a Muslim ticket and nobody was complaining.
Nobody was complaining. It was Southwest. Nobody was complaining.
Moving on now,
they are the ones who have divided us across
and they are capitalizing on this division.
Moving on to Vanguard, how I got my victims, made billions from them. Evans kidnapper who collected $1 million ransom from at least 4 victims, actually, begs for another chance, says he'll change to a better person.
For where?
Reveals role in aborted kidnap of the young shall grow boss. Adds his mom knows he's into crime but not in support of it. Picture here again of all the ammunition that was taken from him. Quick notice, you can't incite us to fight war again. Igbo tells Arewa youths. June 12, some Yoruba leaders in Buhari's government have sold us out, says Ayo Adebanjo. And federal government labor differ on time frame for new minimum wage. Okay, so let's focus on Evans for a few minutes now.
Yes. Well, first of all, we must commend the police.
Please.
We're really celebrating.
Please, may I mention his name? ASP Abba Kyari.
Yeah,
Yes.
we must commend them. Of course,
He did a fantastic job.
This came
7
after
years.
a 30 million ransom was placed on this kidnap kingpin. You know, they had put him on the watch list since about 6 years ago.
7 years,
And
exactly.
yeah, and he was saying that, you know, he has escaped the police several attempts to arrest him based
And we prayed.
solely on intelligence. That he has about 11 phones. He does not call. There are different gangs that he has different numbers for. I mean, this is a clear case. This is a clear case of system.
Wait,
Brian wants to give us the
let
case.
me give you the James Bond moves that happened in Magodo on Saturday.
Yes, please.
All the boom, 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 just hearing gunshots in the air.
Seriously?
Everybody came out looking, what's going on. Even on Saturday, Sunday, after doing church service, the police still came again to take him around the house. I guess they were looking for something, but we saw all the police cars, the media. I mean, TVC crew was definitely there. Ivy Kanu was there live and direct, you know. But I'm saying it was just like so scary, knowing that a criminal was living amongst people right there.
I had
in
no
Magodo.
idea.
Point. You see, even in this
My house fellowship is right there. We can practically
Next door.
see the house, right? Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Mariah,
of
but you
Nazareth.
see, that's the challenge we have of our living today. Do you know that a lot of us don't know the next door neighbor?
Right.
We don't enter their houses.
We
don't
have
know what they
started
do.
knocking their doors in my own estate. So.
My husband
do you
jogs
do?
that.
No, we're just introducing ourselves to you.
Yes.
Sir, what do you do? We are the estate escorts. Okay, oh, this is my name is Jumoke. Just know your
yes.
neighbors.
No, but I don't want to do this one. Oh. Imagine if I went and knock on the door. That would not grab me.
But it would have looked
Kidnap me.
innocent. It would have looked innocent because he had different phones for different lives he
Even
was
for
living.
his family.
Even for his family. Even for, he said each phone, when he calls, he knows that these numbers, the numbers on the phone represent maybe Bayelsa Bureau. So it was organized.
Wait.
Very organized.
System.
Yes.
What happened to our banking industry when
Flagging
you
down.
flag down heavy amounts of money? Even how did he buy his 130 million naira house, his 70 million naira house? He has 2 houses outside of the country.
In Ghana.
You know,
And
so
somebody was even
system, he
saying-
should have been flagged down a long time
Somebody was even
ago.
saying that Bureau de Change, how is he changing the money?
How does he change
Done
$1
from
million?
dollars.
He collects it, you know,
In dollars.
In dollars.
Then he also has dual citizenship, right? So he couldn't get the Canadian visa from Nigeria. That was why he
went
moved
to Ghana.
Yes, to Ghana to go and get that Canadian relocation. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yes,
God will just
congratulations
help us.
again to
Thank
the
God
police.
that he's been caught.
Our
Hopefully,
prayers were answered. We
yes,
prayed.
because Daddy Gio actually mentioned it on Friday. I mean, the General Overseer of the regime was consistently talking about the kidnappers,
Yes.
praying against them, and these are our midnight prayers too.
Yes.
So
But
prayer is
he
working.
asking for a second chance.
Which
I don't
second
know.
chance? Moving on to Daily Sun. Let's Daily
Other
Sun.
claims they will use him
Our
to gather other
fears
people.
for
It will help
Nigeria
him to reach
by
God.
North-South
In prison.
leaders. Our fears for Nigeria by North-South leaders. Northern churches, others warn against quick notice to Igbos. Our position misinterpreted, says Yerima. How I survived years of police manhunt, says Evans. June 12, part of history, says Atiku. Enugu North PDP endorses Nwanyi for 2019. Minimum wage, Nigerian workers to wait longer, says Minister.
Oh my God.
Obiano's efforts to position Awka as an iconic city. Right, so
You
who
see
read this
that
story?
minimum wage issue?
Did you read it? Right.
Ordinarily, you know that a minister earns about 2 million a month. And we're asking to pay some people
50,000
just
naira.
50,000 naira. Do you get the disparity between the
there's
rich and the
no
poor?
money
It's just
now.
we agree,
That-
but can we share it more proportionately?
Thank you. The little we have, can we share proportionally?
So can a
that they
minister
would-
take 200,000 so that somebody who is earning 18 can even earn 25? Do you get more? So more people is just going
Equity.
round.
Equity.
Is the highest level of fairness.
Now, wow.
Okay, nobody read about this area about youth. Let's move on. We don't have time.
We're talking
The
about
story is
youth.
actually-
It's going to be linked
Okay, so
with
link
our
it
Let's
up.
Talk.
Okay, all right. Let's take a break there. When we come back, joining us, we'll be talking about a hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, the Senate on Wednesday confirmed Justice Sylvanus Nsofo from Imo and 2 other nominees as non-career ambassadors. According to the reports that I think it was about 2 weeks ago, the 82-year-old Justice Sylvanus was initially rejected by the committee because he was sarcastic and appeared frail during screening. However, the Directorate of the State Security Services, DSS, maintained that Nsofo should not be penalized based on age. They also believed that since he performed better in his second appearance, he should be confirmed. Now, what are your thoughts on this? It's your view. Call us on 07080668014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. Don't forget, he's from Imo State and he was nominated by our very own Rochas Okorocha. So he nominated this 82-year-old
First one,
man.
I don't understand why DSS is saying that they should not it shouldn't be discriminated because of his age. I thought the job of the DSS was just to do security screening and to be sure that he has no cockroach in his cupboard, quote and unquote, to be sure that he can carry out his role. I am totally against this appointment, this confirmation. I feel that at this stage, with Nigerian population, with the fact that we have so many issues and agitations from the young people, it is wrong for a government to now, not impose, confirm an 82-year-old man that appeared frail. When he was answering the when he went for screening, they asked him to recite the national anthem. And he said, why should I? As in, like, it was sarcastic. Apart from that, he looked really frail. He was 82. He had served the judicial system well, retired honorably 2005. He has done his part. You know, he could advise, but not to be our representative in whatever state or whatever country they decide to post him. Apart from that, they also asked him about information technology. And what was his answer? It was not for people of his generation. As in, I'm wondering, and you cannot be representing us in a generation now of IT and saying that the blame, and why are we sitting, why are the Imo indigenes sitting at home? Because I remember that they complied with sit at home. The Imo indigenes complied. They were sitting at home because they felt that the people were not representing them. These are the people they should face. Who are the people representing Imo State in National Assembly? Who are the people representing them in the State Assembly? Who nominated this man and renominated him again?
Right.
Without seeing anybody in Imo.
Doesn't that go back to the criteria the Senate actually uses?
Buhari who renominated him.
But how doesn't that go back? No, I think it was the governor initially, because all the governors are supposed to nominate.
When he was rejected, President Buhari
resent
the name.
But it goes back to the criteria. What criteria are these senators using to actually appoint or confirm a nominee?
I'd like to go back to the foundation to say that, because this really broke my heart. Justice Sylvanus Nsofo, born March 17, 1935, retired in March 2005 when he was 70. Now, a non-career ambassador earns about $150,000 per annum. Today's rate of about 360 naira to $1, that's about 54 million per annum. While there are young people who are unemployed. He served as a justice of the High Court. He served as a justice in the Court of Appeal. Why would we insist on someone who the Senate said was frail during his screening?
There was a video. He looked frail.
Why would we insist on someone who retired 12 years ago that he must be the non-career ambassador from a state? Is it because our educational system has failed so much, so the people in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s cannot do the work?
There are issues of federal character or issues of the fact that...
So there are no young people in Imo?
The entire Imo State, Morayo, the entire Imo State, the people of Imo, that's why I said that the people of Imo, rather than sit at home in support of IPOB, should hold the people accountable. The age disparity, Morayo, we have most of our population, over 50% of our population, below 40.
Yeah. Right.
So what are they doing with that large chunk of people?
So who is questioning the governor for nominating this Ejizuyamo in the first place?
Why did the Senate back down?
Why did what?
Why did the Senate back down and eventually confirm him?
A lot of lobbying.
So there's a lot of either lobbying or politics going on in the background that we don't know about. But what we know is an 82-year-old man has been confirmed, and that in itself is enough to shut every young person. Yeah, let me let you go. Uwa.
See, the fear I have, I've always said it, and I'll continue to say, when our leaders do certain things and they think that, quote and unquote, they are winning, they are just brewing things on the ground, and the day to blow up in our faces, it will be something that even we cannot contain.
It's blown up already.
You know, it's not there yet, because we are breeding sets of people. Look at the young man, for instance, that was arrested. When I heard his
less than
age,
40.
He's 36. Because you see, when I know that, no matter how hard I try, if I decide that, okay, if I have a good intention and I want to go into this, they'll tell you, go and sit down there, let this other person come to the forefront and all that. It will continue to happen like that. The other day, they were doing the local government, was it elections or something in Surulere, that there was an uproar, that the youths were agitated because they were trying to shove down a candidate down their throat. We need to come out from this whole drama, and we need to be serious with ourselves. I don't even think the Senate, first of all, they are representing the people.
Of course
I think everybody in that Senate, that's my view, are representing their own personal interest. And until we decide to wake up, because nobody can change anything except you yourself, you are tired. And you say, you know what, I have had enough and I want a change. That is where we are right now. And the youths are not even prepared because they are so comfortable collecting money from this same set of people.
Okay, let's take the Bello from Ajegunle. Are you there? Thanks for calling, Bello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to you ladies. How are you doing?
Very
Very
good.
good, thank you.
Yeah, lovely morning to you all. And see, this is where we are saying that our governments are killing we youth in Nigeria. Like, this thing is not only in the federal government. Come to the local government as well. You will see whereby people of 70, 80 years are being called themselves the chairman, the local government. All these things are not supposed to be done. We need proper check-up and balancing in this our Nigerian sectors. They are not giving we Nigerians youth, they are not giving us the opportunity to be there. And you know, this system of godfatherism needs to be stopped in Nigeria. If we don't stop godfatherism, we'll keep on getting the same peg in the round hole.
Right.
God bless
Thank you very much, Bello.
I want to quote Jumoke's tweet. He said, "Are the old so afraid to retire, they prefer to feed their adult children than employ the youth? An 82-year-old man should be taken care of
His grandchildren said.
by his children or grandchildren.
Or the system.
What is, even if he gets nominated, he would say that, I am 82, I have served this country. I've done a good job of duplicating my intelligence in these young ones of my community, if he's done the good job. And you can choose of this club of people that I have mentored in my 82 years of being alive. Choose from them to represent
There was
me.
another
Now,
one.
the idea of a leader, if you cannot have a successor, you are a failed leader.
Exactly.
If
That's
you
it
are
now.
such an intelligent man at 82 and you do not have a group of people that you have
have
brought
groomed.
out, that you can say, choose from these ones, then you have failed.
Interesting. There was another nominee. I think it was 2015. I can't remember his name. He was in the US, and he was nominated twice.
And
so
he
he
rejected.
rejected.
Down.
I'm not interested. I'm very busy with what I'm doing, and he didn't want to come to serve. Not because he didn't want to serve, but he respected the fact that he has already done his own bit. Let another person. Let me take Shegun's call. Shegun, are you there?
I'm there, Mariah.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead,
Good
please.
morning.
Morning.
How are you? I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Please, on the issue you are discussing, I want you to lay the blame squarely on the door of their governor,
Rocha.
Because it seems to me the man is always a living pig, whereas he's not doing anything good. I don't know why the citizens of Imo State should be just looking at because he's an APC governor. So maybe the blame is squarely on the door of Rocha. Have a nice day.
Now, if the elders refuse to do the right thing, the young ones, I'm waiting to see how Dino Melaye's recall finally ends, because they have started collating the signatures. Say, you people made it difficult, Abi. We will tell you that we are serious. Some people are saying, it's his political enemy that is funding it, so he's alleged the same thing. But I want to see how it goes. When our senators know that when they keep on doing their own will, all of us will gather together, find the right signatures and recall them, they will know that Nigerian youth are not joking.
And also, Jumoke, it cost us more to confirm an 82-year-old man because it's health issues. Ordinarily, our president has gone in and out of London forever. So the an 82-year-old, there's no way that he's bound to have health issues. He's bound to have mental.
We will be the one paying.
So of course, so aside from the salary you're paying him, you also be taking care of him.
Bills.
I'm in my 30s, and I know that when a woman, for instance, you go through delivery, you know, when you are younger, it is easier. You can jump up and down. The older you get, it's a bit of a challenge. I understand the health challenges that you will face at this point in time. I don't understand why our leaders will continue. See, let me say something. The youth, they already understand that they have successfully, you know, trapped the minds of most of our youths in a state. Yes, education-wise, they have shrunk. Is it shrink now, or stifled the educational system to the point that we do not have anything in terms of content. So we don't know what we even want. We don't even know what to fight for.
Let's take our tweets and we have to round up very quickly.
I don't think
no tweets yet.
I don't have.
Okay, that's all we can do.
It's just
anyway, we're going to continue this conversation because we're bringing in another youth leader who somehow Rakpalad his way. Final but we're going to come back. Youth and the Nigerian unity. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, it's exactly 24 years today that the fairest election in Nigeria was annulled, but it still remains an important day in Nigeria's political history. Some years after, some youths are calling for Biafra. Arewa, recently, a new group from Niger Delta, has also demanded that it gains independence from Nigeria. Also, today, some youths are suggesting that we must go back to our ethnic nationalities from which Nigeria was formed. What has happened to the bond that binds us? Is there any future in Nigerian youth? And how do we ensure that the unity of our country? Joining us on the show is a politician and a youth advocate, Dayo Israel. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
You can call us on 07080668014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Initially, I said you Rakpalad your way to make the list, but I now found that you need to make the final list. We'll talk about the Nigerian youth because you heard us talk earlier about this 82-year-old man being confirmed. And the fact that Nigerian youth seem to be either laid back or were not in the scheme of things. We're actually celebrating you, thinking you made this list of...
But my name is in the book of life. That's
congratulations to you. I'm talking about the book of Lagos State Championship. So now, as a young politician, help us understand your experience so far in this journey towards leadership.
I'm actually writing a book, by the way. I always look forward to coming on Your View just so I can have coffee. I'm writing a book, The Audacity to Run, a front row account of my experience running for a grassroots position in Nigeria. You know, there's this major campaign going on, which I'm also part of, which is the Not Too Young to Run campaign. Yeah. Not because young people feel that adults or grown-ups or people in there, or the elderly cannot function, but because if we are preparing for the future, the people that are going to live in that future must be part of the future you are trying to build. True. So if you're going to be doing bilaterals and agreeing partnership and fostering relationship between Nigeria and another country as an ambassador, the decisions that you're making is a long-term decision. So the view of the Not Too Young to Run campaign on that matter, for example, will be an issue of we want to be part of that process, of that conversation. Now, most of the guys, we're talking about June 12 today, most of the people that fought for June 12, and most of the guys who actually fought for our independence were young as I was, some were even younger than myself.
At the time.
Now, the challenge is the ruling class have been there for too long.
Forever.
And most of the time, there is no alternative for them to go to. And so they try to...
recycle themselves.
Yes. What's that word?
Perpetuate
themselves in power. And this is not about a particular political party or anything. It's across the board.
Very true, sir.
It has no tribal face. It has no religious face. It's just a thing of people. So when people talk, for example, and say PDP is this, APCs, I'm saying the reality is, even when this person was in government, you know, they were talking about Biafra now. We had a time when we had South-South and Southeast in government, but the same challenges were even worse.
Right.
In some...
You know, they make us believe, the youth, they make us believe that they actually have different political parties. But we know the ones that are informed, we know.
It's just one political
class. It's just
class.
one political class.
That's all.
But what do you think has happened? Because you see, I visited somewhere the course of last week, and I saw young people waiting, you know, for little stipends and all that. The youth, they've completely... Where we are right now, I don't even know whether we know what we want.
They don't see the hope.
You understand? No, it's not even about seeing the hope. It's like they are so comfortable, you know, getting handouts from our political leaders, and they don't even know what is right or what is wrong anymore. No. So what do you think has happened to the youth? Do you think we are ready?
Yes, I think we are ready, and that's what Obasanjo said recently, that when we decide to burst, the country will not be able to contain us.
It will be an
What
explosion.
do I mean by that? There's what we call the Maslow laws, which says, you know, food, shelter, and what's the third one?
Shelter.
Clothing.
Yeah, for the baseline.
That is the priority. If I'm still struggling for survival,
That's all right.
I cannot be concerned about anything else. So, you are lucky that you have a job. Millions of young people have a family to feed. They have graduated and they have no jobs, no career, they have education. It's even frustrating. And so they're trying to eat. I currently have a driver who is a graduate from OAU. Now, there's a difference between being a graduate from Lagos or Abakaliki, but a graduate from OAU is a graduate.
That's like a Harvard.
You understand? Same with UI and Unilag. If you are a graduate from any of those institutions, you are a graduate. Now, that person is currently a driver. He has 2 kids and a family. So, you know, apart from a salary, I have to, because I even care about, I have educated myself to do something. Now, this guy is trying to survive. He's trying to do something. And you think he has time to be worried about what's going on politically. But that's where we then miss it.
Very true,
because if we don't get involved politically,
you may never come out of that situation.
The policies will not be created.
Okay, let me talk
so apparently they have achieved their aim, which is to keep this generation under. Do you think our eyes are open to see that they have achieved their aim? One, we have 14 million Nigerian children outside school, the latest UNESCO report. Which means that the next generation self, that secondary school, the next generation self is going to even be more under. Do you think that the youths are aware that they are consciously impoverishing us psychologically so that they can continue to dominate us?
Do you think they understand that?
I believe they do. I came out to run in my local government, and I see the agitation of the young people. Because I said it from the onset, I wasn't running for myself. I wasn't looking for a job. I just wanted to serve. And so, you know, it was about us, a collective. Now, many young people came out and got involved in what we were trying to do. This election, in particular in Lagos State, has had the most active participation of young people since I have been a grown-up. Many young people came out to run for councillor and for chairman than the last 3 elections in Lagos. I can tell you, you can verify
more youth
that.
are political aware.
People are now, we are in the social media age, and I'm scared for 2019 because there is going to be a stronger agitation from young people to be part of the political process.
So how do we now channel that agitation?
I don't want us to go so much into the political angle because there's still there's a serious issue going on right now. Youths across the country. North, they're saying these people leave. Arewa is saying, okay, Arewa is saying leave. Igbo, the IPOB youth is saying we want to secede. Yoruba youth are saying we want restructuring. Everybody seems to be agitating for something. As a youth leader, what do you see as the solution to unite us? Because the federal government is saying we're not better off breaking up. We're better off staying together. So what, as a youth leader, what would you see? How do you think we can come together as a country, or do you believe we need to actually go our separate ways?
No, but this is the point. You said we don't want to go political, but what are they agitating for? They're agitating for political powers, for independence.
Right.
They're talking about regionalism. They're talking about segregation and restructuring. What is that? They want us to have a different political system.
Yeah.
For which everybody is carried along.
Yeah.
For which everyone can have control over their resources and can actually have true federalism. That's the agitation. But the way that everybody agitates is different. But what is important is the real issue is economic development and poverty.
Very true.
If everyone can grow at their own pace, if everyone can actually grow economically, I don't think we have issue uniting together.
Very true.
From Rondell to Biafra to Arewa, we only have one agitation. Forget all the call for us to break up. No, everybody just wants to be prosperous.
That's all. That's
So
all.
if we can get it right, which I believe that our government right now, I'm not here to talk about politics, but I believe that this current administration is doing a lot of work, in particularly under the leadership of the Vice Acting President, to fix a lot of the things. Look at what it's doing, for example, in Niger Delta. Look at what it's doing, for example, going to Borno even a day after the bomb.
Sorry to interrupt you, right? This presidency, we have a 74-year-old president.
Yeah.
And someone on Twitter is saying that why are we making noise about an 82-year-old ambassador when you have a 74-year-old president? Now, you, as a young man, were honored by the Queen in England. Based on what is available in our policy and polity today, what is the solution? How do the young people, because the social elite, political class, they're not going to hand us any handouts. Except to give a few of us money and say, oh yeah, you go and keep quiet. Yes, so what do we need to do to move out of where we are right now?
I think the basic, like I said earlier, is for all of us to get politically involved. Our agitation is the same. Either you are
politically involved.
And you didn't get nominated.
But Rome was not built in a day.
Okay, so you will stay there. So are you going to stay there until they hand it over to you?
No, you keep. See, I have a few political mentors, from Thomas Sankara to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he always says something. Power is never served a la carte. So you have to fight for it.
Okay.
It does not mean that it's not a battle. It's a war. It's not a sprint. It's a race.
Marathon.
It's a marathon. So it's not going to change in one day.
Okay.
But do you know the fact that young people are actually even coming out now? I said 2019 is going to be bigger. There are going to be a lot of more young people.
But they are paying them off.
It seems like to me that you're somewhat contradicting yourself. You have your political, you don't want to use godfathers, we'll help you use mentors. Okay, they're telling you that, this is the plan.
It's a war, not a battle.
It's a war, not a battle. Be patient for your turn. But you just told us that we, who they are building the future for, should be part of the process.
Yes.
So why don't you insist to your mentors that you must be part of this change, this system?
I think to a very large extent. I'll give you an example.
Please
in my I can share this. I don't think I should, but I would.
Go ahead, sir.
When I stood out to run, some of the political leaders in my community said, forget about it. You can't be chairman. You're too young. Go and sit down. And they said, and I said, no, that's not going to happen. I'm going to push this till the last. And I gave it my best.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, after we got to the process and they announced the date was going to happen, I said, people should not buy form. That only people who have been picked and selected should buy form. I went to my leader and said, I'm sorry, sir. My election is not just a personal thing. It's a movement for young people to show that we're not too young to run.
True.
So as a result of that, I am going to continue this process to the last stage. So I saw the process through till when the party came up and said, we have a consensus candidate.
Who made the consensus?
Why? No, that's another argument entirely, which is internal democracy of the party.
Yeah.
And now the party has a right to choose its own system. If you're not comfortable, you move to another party.
Join another one.
You understand? That's why I say to people, if you have said that you want to go into this process, of course, one of the things you can do is to be in that process and make a case and agitate. You understand? But that's the party structure, not a general.
I have a quick question before we go on break.
So, but I even in that process, I fought it till the last to say, I must be able to see this through to a level.
We have to rush up. But do you think young people have bought into a political ideology, or they're just saying, "Oh, I want to go to the ruling party"? Is there something that is fueling?
There's nothing.
There's no ruling.
This your
there
participation in this
There
politics.
is. Do you know that a lot of young people, when I was told not to buy from, were also did the same thing, and they just left it at that. And I said, no. I've run based on ideal, not just because I want an appointment. Because I am running for something, for the people. When I consider that,
you can only speak for yourself.
Yes, but there are a lot of young people out there who also have ideals. There is what's his name in Etiosa, Obafemi George, who've done so well. There's Abel in Yaba. There is Ojomo Taiwo. Young people who have a vision and a purpose.
Did any of them get picked?
We haven't got
none of them got picked.
But we're
none of them.
But we're not giving up.
I have a question when we come back.
I saw Baba's posters outside here on CMD.
But
I
we're
think Baba is on again.
working.
Okay, no problem. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take your phone calls and tweets. Stay with us.
I give
I'm
up.
shaking my head. This is annoying.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Right. Thanks for staying with us. So, Toko, you had a question for Diane.
Sort of, we're back to a one-party system where people did not. We all knew the election is going to take place, but the only posters we saw was for APC because people felt that once you are in APC, you have won.
Are you talking about the state or
I'm saying this
local government.
This chairmanship, local government election.
Yeah.
The only posters we've seen has been for APC because everybody feels that once you are nominated from APC, you will get the position. Do you think that there is any hope outside this one-party system we have? One. Number two,
So, you only have time for one question.
Okay.
May he answer?
Okay, number one, I don't think we have a one-party system in Lagos State.
Really?
Because look at the last election, our governorship election. The other major, the now opposition party, only had 150,000 votes different from our current governor.
Where
That
are they?
was 2 years ago.
Yes, yeah, but this is the point. Opposition is LD for our democracy.
We agree.
We need it. But at the local level in Lagos, it's growing. If you look at Chomolu today, you will see Accord everywhere.
Right.
You will see COA everywhere. Now, like I said, Rome was not built in a day.
Right.
PDP was very strong, but they have a major national issue. So the challenge they have is not at the state level, but at the national
level. Okay, let
level.
come here. Uwa, come on in.
You know, when you say this, I keep asking myself, what is the way forward? Because right now, even if we have political ambitions, if we are going to fly under this, because that's what people do. If you hear now, any PDP governor now, they're looking for ways to defect to APC because it's still a one-party system. So what do we do? How do we move forward in terms of, okay, we are already politically aware, but there's a chunk of youth that do not have a clue what is happening. All they are waiting for is that food, shelter, and clothing. So how do we move forward?
Two things. We'll be ready to make sacrifices. That's one. Number two is being politically aware and involved. It's not just running for office. And that's where we miss it. We don't get involved in the party level. So, for example, if you're in the All Progressive Congress, you probably just want to run. But you're not involved in how ESCOs are even chosen at your
ward level.
Now, reality is that who become president or governor comes from the people in the ward. Do you know why we returned the 18 people? Because the chairmen were able to get the ward and the LGA ESCOs to vote for a governor. And so that was also saying thank you. And we must be able to stand by a word. If Ashwaju had given his word and he did not stand by it, it would not be Ashwaju again.
Solution as we run off, right?
So the solution is we need to become politically aware. We need to get involved in the party level up to your ward level.
You are involved in the party level. There is no internal democracy. Everything is selected. Internally selected. Even for councillor, selected. So why do I feel like I can aspire and get it?
No.
Because it is still the person that knows the Oga that will get the position.
No, yes, that has happened over the years.
He knows the Oga, he didn't get the position.
But it is going
Somebody
to
is stronger than him.
Because
when we continue to push.
The question I wanted to ask about solution is this. Now, if the main political parties that have the structure, that have the money, and that have all the godfathers who do the selection know that the Nigerian youth are wiser, and I can decide to vote Dio Israel if you are in the youth movement of Nigeria
Independent
party.
candidacy.
Not even before they even sign independent candidacy into law, because it's not legal right now. If we go and register our own party and we are the alternative to the selected ones.
Let me pause you for a second. Daniel has been holding for a while. Daniel, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, you know, our leaders, they can never let the youth get to that position they are aimed to get
You
to.
don't have to wait for them.
Because they always manipulate people in order not to let them achieve their aim. And the love of money for the leaders, it has made everything jeopardized. That to an extent, those youth that have the vision to make this country move forward, they can never let them get there.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Now, Mariah, my own question is, you know, I voted Koa for the last presidency. And as much as we didn't know her then, now in 2019, people now know of Koa. So the point I'm driving at, if we stop saying that, you went to go and vote for Koa, you wasted your vote. If our leaders who are selecting know that if you do not put the right people, for instance, if I say because Dio was not put as local government, I'm going to vote another party, their hands will be forced. Because we are the voting population. The young people are the...
So, do they know that with the power is in our hands?
Do the young people know that we're the ones who make those decisions?
They are now getting aware. They weren't before. So there's been a lot of apathy politically. But my joy is that the apathy is going down. Things are changing.
But don't you think our youth are actually selling out?
No.
Because somebody like you now tomorrow, they can give you a shut-up appointment.
And that is the end.
No. This is the point. And I'm going to be honest about it. As a matter of fact, on the ground of the primaries, I was told that even though we were not going to have the primaries, that, you know, you've been, a few weeks to the primaries, that if you continue pushing, you won't even get anything in local government. And I said, I'm not running because I want to get something. I want to be able to be a reference point to young people.
Yes, that if Dio can do it. Yes.
So I believe that there are a lot of us who are passionate.
And are not ready to sell out.
You know, it's changing, and it would change.
Let's take some tweets.
MC Bab says the only way forward is for us to unite in the restructuring of this great country of ours as the youth. The voice of the youth is powerful to make change. Prince Kevin says, empower the youths of today. Empowered youths of today are spoon-fed, schooled, married for empowered instead of being empowered. So they are powerless to stand. Dio needs help. Omodafe says every politician is a potential liar. Smith Babatunde says the problem is that the National Assembly doesn't want to allow independent candidacy.
Okay,
exactly.
You know, when I was worshiping last night with Nathaniel Blow, midnight, and I saw 50,000 people watching. In my head, I'm thinking, this is the future. This is the real future where everybody across the world, I think you need to go back to your mentors and make them understand that we realize that the power is in our hands. If, for example, we believe in you, we're not voting party again. No.
At all.
It is the person. If we know that it is you, we can grab you from that place and say,
and register you in another party.
And say, we are all supporting this person.
Crowdfund.
This is the person we want. We are no more saying APC, FRA, PCP, but we don't care. It's now our party because we have the social media. When I was seeing 50 meters...
And guess what? Our political leaders don't believe in social media. They think it's a joke. But that joke will blow up in their faces one day.
2019
Actually, I was called the social media aspirant.
Okay.
Oh, no,
That's what you are doing. All my votes were on social media.
Okay, that's all we can take. I hope you learned one or two things from this. Our hearts go out to those people who are the families of the 6 boys. But I still, we hope that this week, by God's grace, we're praying. Please join us on Nathaniel Blow at 12 midnight every night. We're praying about it. We pray that these boys are released this week. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.